I just stumbled across the most profitable app niche I've ever seen. And the more I investigate, the more I find apps earning crazy revenue. Like this one earning $30,000 a month. This one, $100,000 a month. And even one earning $800,000 every month. That's nearly $10 million a year. I guess they can say goodbye to Apple's small developer program. These apps don't use any AI and they don't rely on any gimmicks. The best part? They've got a built-in secret weapon that makes them go viral, but not in the way that you think. The niche? Apps for couples to strengthen relationships, communication, and bonding. And it's so refreshing to see software being used to bring couples together. In this video, I'm going to do a deep dive on this niche. I'll research the keywords and explore why these apps work so well. If you're new to my channel, you're kind of missing out. I was early to the AI identifier trend and I was early to the card scanner trend. This has earned me over $940,000 from in-app subscriptions. When I first launched these apps, there was only a handful of them on the App Store. Now, there's so many. So many. I've even released the source code to my AI identifier apps and my profitable paywall. Seriously, go check it out. I'll put a link to my GitHub in the comments. I just love researching ideas, looking at trends, and just deep diving into this sort of stuff. For me, I enjoy looking at trends and coming up with ideas. I kind of just live and breathe this stuff. But now, I have a problem. I just don't have the time to build every single idea that comes to mind. I'm a father of 5, I run this YouTube channel, and I'm also working on my own project, a game for learning the piano. So what do I do when I accidentally fall down yet another rabbit hole? Well, I could just make a note to myself and build it in the future, or maybe I can just share it with you. And maybe this will inspire you to build your own app or discover how to find profitable app ideas of your own. So let's get stuck into it. The niche is games and apps for couples. And I'll break down this video into 3 sections. The market research and opportunity size, the product psychology and virality triggers, and the concept, ideas, and execution tips. First, let's start with some market research. And the best place is, well, the App Store, of course. First, let's do a simple search. Have a look at the keywords that I would use to find apps in the App Store that rank well. Paired, couples, and relationship. This app has 6,400 ratings in the Australian App Store and ranks 89 for health and fitness. It's an app that provides couples with prompted discussions, healthy habit forming, and questionnaires to help navigate tricky dynamics. Paired uses a subscription model ranging from US $39 a year to $79 a year. My app store is set to Australia, so for convenience, I'll be providing figures in US dollars, but the on-screen app store purchases are within Australian dollars. The app generated 800,000 US dollars last month from 200,000 downloads. Wow. Someone for relationships. 972 ratings in the Australian App Store. This app provides couples with a daily question, like, how did you feel when we first met? Both couples can post their answers and then compare each other's results. And these apps are just so wholesome. I love it. It also has this Tamagotchi type thing happening where you care for a thing called an Eggmon. You decorate his house and you add him as a widget on your home screen. It kind of lost me there, but hey, last month they earned 100,000 US dollars from 100,000 downloads. So I guess they're onto something. There's a monthly subscription model for around about $6.99 per month. And you can also buy gems. And I guess that's the part where you decorate the virtual home or something. Couple Joy relationship app. 1,100 ratings in the Australian App Store and ranks 32 in the lifestyle category. This app tracks couples milestones and has a bunch of cute widgets that you can add to your lock screen. It's got questions for couples, a special place to save memories, couples games, and a cool map that lets you visualize all of your special locations together. It generated $300,000 US last month from 400,000 downloads. And in the subscription model, $12.99 US dollars per month, $39.99 per year. They also have a simpler version of the app. Couples Games Duo Quiz. Same developer, but not nearly as successful, with less than $5,000 in revenue last month. Next, we do some keyword research. We want to discover how popular these keywords actually are and whether there are any hidden gems that can be targeted. By adding the best performing app into Astro, I can find good keyword recommendations, then simply sort by popularity and filter for keywords with competition under 60. It's important to go through this list to remove brand names. These are not really keywords that we want to target. They're the names of other apps that people are searching for in the App Store. Paired, app for couples, Regain, Gottman, Card Decks, Loveify, you get the point. And now we're left with a list of achievable keywords. And if you can see here, there are a lot of open keywords ready to be targeted. Couples games, question games, couple questions, couple games for adults, questions for couples, deep conversations, couple questions. These keywords are wide open, with medium competition and pretty good popularity, ranging between 30 and 49. But what is driving the popularity of these types of apps, and how are they generating so much revenue? If you're like me, this trend is kind of surprising. I've been following the AI trend and bought into the idea that only AI apps can make big amounts of money now. It seems like every new app release has some sort of AI feature built in. Then you look at these apps, and they're the complete opposite, focused on using technology to create connection, like human connection. It's refreshing, and it's probably a sign of the times. Dating these days looks hard. Navigating apps like Tinder and Hinge look like a real headache. I met my fiance on those apps many years ago, and it wasn't as saturated with AI impersonators or a bunch of microtransactions just to communicate. Maybe people are getting a bit tired of the dating scene and they're realizing it's easier to invest in the relationship that they have now. And maybe with AI and technology exploding, we're losing touch of our humanity, and people are starting to sense it. So it kind of makes sense that these apps are now booming, but there's a built-in viral mechanism which could also be helping the growth of these apps. Sharing with your partner and sharing with friends. You download the app, you start answering questions, and then you send a message to your partner to check it out. For every download that your app gets from the App Store, you're effectively getting 2 users. And if they really enjoy the app, they'll also share it with their friends. This model doesn't need fancy sharing on TikTok or posts on Facebook. It's just a lot more intimate. And that's exactly what Rhys did with his latest app, Tinder, an app that lets you swipe through random photos of your partner. It's kind of like Tinder, but for your partner. The catch, you can't swipe left, you can only swipe right. It ranked number 2 on Product Hunt, and it's got over 44,000 people trying to swipe right. And the best part, if you want to share the photo, you simply swipe up and it sends a message along with the photo. I saw this photo of you while swiping on Tinder and it made me smile. You get a message like that and I guarantee you want to try out the app. Rhys Kentish may sound familiar. He's the talented indie app developer who created the viral Touch Grass app, an app that locks you out of TikTok until you touch grass. We've explored the market. We've discovered that there's a huge opportunity here, and we've identified the psychology behind the viral growth and some keywords to target. But now what? The next step is to think about interesting ideas or ways to build an app for this niche. The couples games angle may be saturated. The keyword is still up for grabs, but as we saw with the couples games duo quiz, a quiz game alone might not be enough. There's plenty of these already on the App Store. Some of the more interesting ideas include widgets, a Tamagotchi, and maps. And I really love the execution of Tinder. It's fun, it's innovative, and it just gives you a wholesome type of feeling. Start thinking like Rhys. What other cool little ideas can you come up with? Perhaps Love Quest, an RPG type game where you defeat the laundry dragon or win the grocery gauntlet. Photo Safari, where each partner gets a secret photo mission. Capture them smiling or trick them into holding a duck and then upload the photo to the app. Couples Doodle. You both get a question about your favorite holiday or your favorite memory, and instead of answering it, you draw it. The key here is to have fun. Think of ideas that bring couples together. It's got to be quirky, but most of all, has to have an element that needs to be shared with the other partner. And you get these elements just right, and you got yourself another $100,000 app idea. This is a really fun series, and I'm thinking of doing a lot more like this. Let me know if this is something you'd like me to keep doing. And obviously, when it comes to investing your own time and energy into building an app, always do your own research. Just because I've pointed out a trend in this video doesn't necessarily mean it's a home run. A lot of apps simply fail. And if that happens, it's important to just keep trying.